So, hello guys. I am Martin, and I'm going to explain to you this article. This is a NAMFREL statement. It is made on June 16, 2021. So, the title of this statement is NAMFREL has no links with Buwan Sambayan. Okay, this is about an assignment about misleading people. Okay, first is what is NAMFREL? So, NAMFREL is National Citizens Movement for Free Elections. So let's read the article. So this is in response to an article in the Manila Bulletin published on June 15, 2021, linking NAMFREL to Bansambayan and impugning its independence. So the article alleges the links since the Wansambayan app hostname server has NAMFREL's name in it, and that URL and that a URL that contains the Wansambayan name redirects to NAMFREL's voter registration campaign website that is still under development. Vote for Us, a project that enjoins people to register and vote in the 2022 national and local elections and to disseminate information about the coming elections. So the use of NAMFREL's name is what caused the ruckus. So NAMFREL engaged an independent third-party applications development company for the project that uses its own test servers for various projects, which happens to include the One Sambayan app. To say that organizations using the same third-party servers are related to each other solely because of such third-party server use is wrong and misleading. So NAMFREL does not support any specific political candidate or party as it remains non-partisan. NAMFREL continues to support ways to ensure the holding of honest, credible, and clean elections and reiterates its call on reforms to make the elections more secure, open, and transparent. So that is what this article all about. So let's answer 5 questions. Number one is what is the article all about? So as what we read, the article is about NAMFREL clarifying its position regarding allegations of a link to the One Sambayan political movement. So I think One Sambayan is a political movement like a party list here in our country. So the statement responds to a Manila Bulletin article that claimed NAMFREL's involvement with One Sambayan due to shared use of application servers. NAMFREL denies these allegations and emphasizes its nonpartisan stance while explaining the technical reasons behind the misconception. That is what this article all about. Okay. Number two, what are the issues from the article? Number one is okay. I think the main issue is the misleading or the misassociation. So the Manila Bulletin article linked NAMFREL to One Sambayan based on the shared server usage and URL redirection. So creating a perception that NAMFREL is affiliated with a political organization. Okay, that is what is misassociation means. Okay. Okay, I think another one is independence question. So this claim undermines NAMFREL's reputation as an independent, nonpartisan election watchdog. So the misuse of name. Of course, the use of NAMFREL's name in connection with the first Sambayan app caused public confusion and controversy. So that is what this article is made about, okay? Ginawa tong article na to para sabihin, i-explain sa mga tao dahil na-mislead sila dahil akala nila ay ang NAMFREL ay isang independent organization para sa mga tao. Okay? Akala nila may sinusuportahang isang party list itong NAMFREL na ito, ngunit wala dahil nga sa misleading na article ng Manila Bulletin. Okay? Number three, who are the actors involved in this case? So number one is NAMFREL, the organization. Number two is the One Sambayan, a political party list or a political group that reportedly associated with NAMFREL based sa Manila Bulletin pero mali nga daw. Next is the Manila Bulletin, of course, the publication that reported the alleged link. And the next one is the third-party applications development company. So, ang gumagawa ng website ng Lamprel at ng Wansambayan ay iisa lang. So, that is why they have shared a server. So, akala nila magkasama ang Lamprel at Wansambayan. Akala ng taong bayan. No? Okay. Number 4. What violations did the actors commit in relation to RA 10175 and why? So again, Republic Act 10175 is the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, rather, okay? Again, Republic Act 10175 or Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. So, possible violations, of course, is a cyber libel, okay? If the Manila Bulletin article contains defamatory statements against NAFREL, so by falsely associating it with a political group, this may constitute cyber libel. Okay, yun lang ang aking naisip. Maybe sa pagsiwalat ng informasyon without checking, double checking, di ba? So, the unjust access. So, if any unauthorized access to servers or misuse of NAMFL's name anywhere else occurred, it could be a violation. Okay? So, if Manila Bulletin could be held accountable for cyber libel if the reporting was not adequately fact-checked and caused reputational harm to NAMFREL. Okay, and if the third-party server used NAMFL's name improperly or without consent, this could constitute misuse or unauthorized use of ICT resources. So let's answer the last question. What are my takeaways from this assignment? So number one, it would be the technical misunderstandings can lead to miscommunication. Okay, misunderstandings, of course, can lead to people believing it. Okay, it can lead to misleading information and misleading communication information based on what they read. Okay. Shared server use or technical overlaps can easily lead to misinterpretations and unwarranted accusations. Okay. And the importance, of course, of the independence of a group. Okay. Organizations like NAMFREL must maintain their integrity and clarify misinformation swiftly to uphold public trust. Okay. Next is the responsibility, okay, ng Manila Bulletin. So, media outlets like Manila Bulletin must ensure accurate and unbiased reporting to avoid reputational damage and misinformation. Next one would be the last and important, cybersecurity awareness and the digital misuse, okay? Ensuring proper controls over digital resources, okay? Yun lang, proper control sa digital resources like what I have said in this, no? Pareha sila ng server. So, akala ng Manila Bulletin ay magka-affiliated sila. Okay? At ang legal implications of the digital misuse, so understanding cybercrime laws like Republic Act 10175 is crucial in navigating issues in the digital age responsibly. So, I hope I answered the 5 questions. So, thank you. Again, I am Martin. Goodbye.